I'm bringing you a pick-a-card reading today to see whether you should hold on or let go of a love connection. Now, this is definitely not a reading telling you that what you should do, but it's just giving you confirmation on perhaps what you've been thinking or feeling already. In a love connection, it could be twin flame, soulmate. It is a love connection, a romantic kind of reading we're doing today. And some of you might have been really toing and froing between feeling love for this person and feeling like you're not getting what you need out of the connection. That could be one aspect of it. So for a lot of you, there is that feeling of confusion and being given mixed signals and feeling hurt because a lot of you have been ghosted by somebody, or have felt that you've had to withdraw because you're not being respected or being valued for who you are. So it's interesting what's going to come through today. Hopefully it will be healing for you and give you some confirmation at least, or give you some kind of, clarity that you may not have had before. And just quickly to say that I sound a little bit huskier than usual. It's because I've woken up feeling a little bit run down today. If I sound a little, tired or flat, that's why. But I'm okay to do the reading. I've got a lot of inspiration and motivation to do it. So in front of you, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We've got the cat, the Buddha, the teddy bear, and the butterfly. So I'll give you a moment to focus on the cards. Hi guys, if you chose reading number 1, we got the cat. So let's have a look at your reading. I'm going to see what the core issue is here for you guys. So the core wound within you is love. It's around love. It's feeling uncertain. There's a lot of doubt around this connection. Obviously, this is probably why you're watching this. But what I do see is that there may have been a feeling of questioning whether this person loves you. Or whether you still love them. That could be an issue as well. There's a feeling of inequality here. It feels like this person has not respected you, has not valued you enough for who you are and what you've been able to give to the connection. And we can see that she's kind of staring off into the distance, I feel tuning into this, that she is uncertain about what is going on in the connection. We've got the masculine energy looking down at her, even though he's in a picture. He's looking down at her and she can't see him. So it could be that he does actually have these feelings for her, but isn't able to express it, or he's holding it back for some reason. And when we're looking at a photograph, it's like capturing something from the past. So it could be that she's reminiscing or reflecting on the past and how things went down as well. So you guys could be doing this. You could be reflecting, reminiscing on how things went down, realizing that, you don't feel uplifted in this connection. Maybe this person treated you like you were nothing to them. And some of their actions may have confused you as well, because on one hand, they do have feelings, but on the other hand, they're shutting you out. Playing mind games, there could be some of that for some of you here. So that is a core wound within you, is feeling unlovable, wondering if, it's like you've got this really strong connection to this person that you're questioning, how could this person who loves me do this to me? If they love me, how the hell could they treat me like that? Because on a deeper level, you do feel that this person has got these feelings for you. The chemistry is there. It's very strong. But on the other hand, you are almost like you've been blindsided here. So the card that goes with this is self-respect. So I honor and love myself through my healthful actions. Now, your healthful actions may be to step back from this connection right now. It might not necessarily be that you need to let it go completely, but it feels like some of you have become quite numb inside as well, that you have gone through this journey with this person where there's been a lot of pain, a lot of tears, a lot of anger, a lot of question marks in the air, you know. But you've had no choice now but to step back and hold self-respect for yourself. So I honor and love myself through my healthful actions. Some of you have taken a stand and removed yourself from this connection or emotionally withdrawn. Some of you have put an ultimatum up there, really, out there to this person, saying that you deserve better. If this person treated you this way, then you would consider going back. Some of you don't even have contact. Some of you do not have communication at this stage either. So the shadow, what it's bringing out in you, what shadow side is it bringing out in you, is feeling reckless, like you're emotionally reckless. On one hand, you might be angry. The next minute, you might be sad and feeling like you're crashing to the ground. There's this flitting of energy going on. You're feeling quite not sure what to do. One minute you might feel like contacting this person, the next minute you want to just shut them out for good and block them on social media or something like that. So it's a very reckless kind of energy going on. You've got to be very careful that you don't do anything out of impulse, because that might have been something you did in the past. So in this kind of, when this shadow side comes out, it may be that words are said or a lashing out, and that might have been in the past. It might not necessarily be what's going on now, but it's just being aware that that could still arise. What you need to surrender to is negative thinking, because you ruminate a lot. You do go over it and over it in your mind. You're dwelling on the past. You're dwelling on the past of what this person or how they've, what they've been like to you, how they've treated you. So surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. The reason this is saying this is because it's not to play down or minimize what's happened to you. It's just basically saying don't waste your time or ruin your own life by constantly thinking about this and dwelling on it and stewing on it. This is definitely, I feel, like a twin flame connection as well. I really do feel there's a very strong bond here. And that's not to say that this message isn't, significant for those of you who are in a soulmate or karmic connection or anything like that. I just feel a very strong pull to this person. And this is possibly why for some of you, it is extremely hard to disconnect, to cut that cord. Because as we know, with twin flames, you can't really cut the cord. I mean, you can stand up and put your boundaries up. You can demand self-respect. You can remove yourself from this physical connection. Spiritually, we're still connected. But there is this ability to tune or channel your energy, this anger, into a healthy way. It may be a creative endeavor that you try to seek. It could be counseling, it could be something to try and get this anger off your chest, because it's like it's on the chest. This hurt and this pain and this anger is bubbling under the surface. So it's got to be released in some way. Yes, this person is your soulmate or your twin flame. This card can represent twin flame as well. This person is your soulmate. I'm sure you know it, but this is just confirmation that this is saying, you know what, there is this very strong connection there together. I'm just going to move these over here. So then we've got this card here, pure contentment. This is something that you really are seeking right now. You're sick and tired of this, this stuff going on around in your mind. You're sick of carrying this heavy burden, and you're pissed off because this other person seems to be okay while you're wearing this. So it's kind of like whatever went down, this person has kind of stepped back also and hasn't taken any responsibility, any accountability for what they've done. And this is where it's really, really hurt you as well, because you have done that and you feel that this person should step up and be your equal in that way as well. So this is what you're seeking, is pure contentment. And I'm saying this too, when we do look at the past that you've had together, in this moment when you are very close and you've got this chemistry and you're in love and it's just beautiful, there has been this pure contentment right here. This is the feeling that you have shared together. So it's very hard for you to just let go of all that, because you've had the best, I'm saying the best of both worlds, but you've had this world here that it has been the best. It has been the best. This world is not the best. So you're kind of like, on each side of it. At the moment on the scales, this is the negative thinking. You're quite heavy and, it's just not balanced. And I don't think it will be. Well, you seem to tell yourself that it won't be until this person fixes it in some way or steps forward and is held accountable or apologizes or acknowledges what they've done. I think this person has been used to getting their own way in relationships in the past. It feels to me that this person has being used to disrespecting others or not valuing them enough, and just goes through a pattern and has come into your life to teach you this pattern as well, so that you can awaken and heal that part of yourself that needs to be loved, needs to be approved, because it starts with self. But you're also teaching this person what it means to be held accountable, that they can't treat people like this. It's just unfair. It's just not right. It's immoral. It's wrong. It's all these things, like it's disrespectful. And this person, I feel in some ways, can be very arrogant, and come across as very selfish when they're in their shadow side. So on that note, it's very tough for you, because you can, and while you're reminiscing, you're thinking of all the beautiful things together. Let's see what this card is. So a harmonious outcome. This is looking positive. We've got the swans for the soulmate connection. Very, it's that grace coming through. It's the harmony. We've got the twin flame card and the soulmate card here. It says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Now, there's some possessiveness in this connection. It's either coming from you or the other person, or both of you have kind of been there. But there is a possessiveness, and there is this feeling of if you're not in contact with one another, there's a feeling that you are spying on each other's social media. You're wanting to keep in check with what's going on in their life, keeping tabs on them. You're both kind of doing that together. So it may be that some of you have said, we need space. I can't deal with this until you sort out stuff. That could be something that's going on here as well. So let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. So it's about that unconditional love, being able to love someone from afar, being able to respect what they, who they are as an individual as well. Because I think sometimes it got to a point of being codependent, which isn't always a bad thing in some cases, but if two people are happy with that, but it felt like a dysfunctional, unhealthy form of codependency where you were both kind of like not working on yourself, not loving yourselves. So it was kind of like striving and yearning for that attention and longing and love from somebody else, from the other person. So love and peace, Mother Mary, let go of the need to be right, choose peace. Mother, healing is possible at this time. So there could be some issues that you have with your own mother. There might be some childhood wounds there that you weren't nurtured, you weren't loved by a feminine figure. So whether it be a mum, it's usually the mum, the mother or the grandmother, whatever it might be, there's a feminine connection here where you haven't felt that you've been nurtured, and you need to nurture yourself now. And you're not going to get this from the other person because they're unable to give that right now anyway. Peace again. So we got the word peace again here. So Archangel Samuel, who is the He's the archangel that comes in and helps with the soulmate twin flame connections as well, guys. So peace comes from remembering that only love is real. And that is beautiful, because only love is real. And I think that's what you're trying to get into, that feeling of love and peace, and just being at peace with how it is right now, accepting it for how it is right now, trying to find your peace in this, that it is what it is right now. You may not be able to change it. I mean, you could change it if you want to go back to how it has been, but you also have grown a lot in this as well. So you kind of realize that, okay, no, I don't want to go back there again. This time it has to be different. I seek peace in my life. I seek peace in my relationship. And this person will really look at you in a different light. I don't feel this is really over. It does seem to me that it's like holding on, it's like letting go temporarily, in the way of stepping back from the connection while you work on yourself, demand that self-respect, demand respect from the other person, that kind of thing. And I feel like you're serious this time. It's like putting your foot down and really starting to realize your worth. All right. So it says here, take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So you're really in this connection going to open your heart up to compassion, I feel, for this person, for the way it has all gone down. I think some of you will be able to reflect on where you also have contributed in some way to how things have gone down. And it's not a blame game, guys. It's just not a blame game. It's not that the other person's completely at fault or you're completely at fault. For whatever reason, this person might have caused you more pain than you've caused them. But for some reason, because you're so connected to this and so optimistic about it and want to bring peace and healing into this connection and have this harmonious outcome with this person, you are invested. You are invested in finding this love again with this person. But at the same time, you're very serious about looking after yourself. And I just think that's brilliant, because this person will respect you in seeing that. This person, I feel, will want to come in. They will test you. So just be aware of that. They will test you. They will expect that you will just take them back, or that things will be fine again, and you'll get over it. It's that kind of thing. But I feel like you're going to stand your ground, because you can see through that now, and you can see that this person has tried this with you in the past and probably succeeded, and you got hurt. So it's about realizing that, yes, I love this person, but I'm not going to put up with this crap. And until this person, treats me right, it's not going to happen. But, it does look to me like you're not going to let go. And it does look like when you are able to stand up for yourself and be very sure of what you want, how you want to be treated, and demand that respect, then I feel like this person, if they really want to be with you, then they will do that. So I think that's really good. It's an empowering message in this, guys. So I hope that's helped you. Hi guys, if you chose reading number 2, this is the Buddha. Isn't he cute? I don't know if you can see him. It's cute. I got him from Byron Bay. All right, Australia. So let's have a look at this core wound. Okay, guys. So your core wound right now is letting go. And we are talking about, should I hold on or let go? And this is an extremely hard thing for you to do. This is your core wound. This is something you find hard to do because you are a very deep person. When you fall in love really hard. And when you give your heart, you give it for long term, for life, basically. You are committed. And in this particular connection, it feels that it's very hard for you to let go. You have an attachment to this person, and that could be the core wound is attachment, finding it very hard to let go. And I also feel that this person is very wounded in that this other person, your person, may have let you go. whether it be physically moving out of the connection or just emotionally withdrawing, you feel this person has kind of abandoned you in some way. And so it's very hard for you to have no option but to let go. That's what it feels like for some of you, that you may have to just let it go. But there's a very strong attachment there. And some of you will feel that a bit blindsided, that the person you are with is someone you thought you knew, but now you're starting to question, like, who the hell are you? How could you betray me or abandon me in this way? The corresponding card with this is an inner child issue. So I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. It does go back to a core wound from your childhood. Okay, so there is definitely attachment issues. It may have been your own parents that started this, you know, where you felt that you weren't getting the nurturing that you needed in life. You might have had a dysfunctional home life. But it can also represent that the inner child within you now is suffering, that you're not nurturing that inner child. So it's like the little girl or the little boy within you is really struggling and struggling to love oneself, is internalizing and feels like there's something wrong with you. Rather than what happened to you, you're looking at what is wrong with you, and that's because this person has caused you to feel that there's something wrong with you. And that's where this self-love needs to come in, and it's kind of like a strong belief system that you don't believe that you are lovable or that anyone's going to really hang around and stick around for you. Things have become very serious in your life, in this connection. It's very hard for you to tap into that light-hearted energy. You've really been really wounded to the core of your being. For some of you, it feels that way. It feels that it was a sting, like this person really stung you. And you withdraw, like, you withdrew, I should say, into this place of darkness. It could have been a dark night of the soul. Some of you might be drinking to numb your pain, or have in the past, from this connection or from inner child issues. It could be a pattern that's repeated in your life. This relationship's not working for you. People always end up treating you this way, or abandoning you or rejecting you in some way. And this connection has been really quite savage in some ways. That's the word I'm getting, is like savage. It's been brutal in some ways. There could have been a lot of arguments back and forth. There could have been, for some of you, it could have been getting physical, or the anger was so much that things were being thrown around. This is the kind of craziness that I'm seeing in the connection. And it could also be within your own emotional self, that there's been this like rage coming up within you, because it goes back to the inner child of not being loved or nurtured, or the word I'm getting is protected, because a lot of you don't feel that there's protection or that you're protected in this connection. Okay, so what shadow side is it bringing out in you? It's causing you to be bitter. It's causing you to feel a lot of bitterness. What's that? Oh, yeah. It's causing you to feel bitter. You're starting to really become hardened inside. You kind of see her here, and there is this kind of like looking at you like, how could you do this to me? That's the expression there. And so bitterness could come in because there's a lot of anger that's unresolved. And we're seeing what you need to surrender. You got 2 cards, surrender to spirit. So once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. Some of you have really withdrawn so much. You've closed everything off. You've closed your spiritual path off, your faith, your belief in any of the higher powers that you believe in. You don't believe in relationships. You've really become bitter in some way towards love, relationships, trusting other people. And it's saying surrender to spirit. Allow them to come in and help you. Allow the light into your soul. Allow your, you need to connect or reconnect back to your higher self as well. And you have been detached almost from your own spirit. It feels like you really have closed that light down. You've closed it down. So once again, surrender to your soul's path. They're very similar cards, these ones. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. What is happening to you now and what has happened to you time and time again with this particular issue is a lesson for you. It's strengthening your spirit, whether you know it or not, especially if we're able to accept the lessons that come in. And so being able to change your perspective from, being victim, because it's natural to feel like a victim when someone's treating you like crap, and that's fine to feel that. You're allowed to feel that, but you don't want to become stuck in that forever. You're not living life. Within this connection, it feels to me that you've lost yourself. You've really lost yourself and given this person so much power. And it's time to empower yourself now and get back your power. So surrender to your soul's path. What have you been brought here to do? What was your goal? What has always been your goal before all this other stuff came in and, diverted your attention and took you off course? What has been your goal? What have you wanted to put your energy into? What will you look back at your happier times or when you were okay before all this happened with this person I'm talking about? And even in the happier times in this connection, you would have felt that there's a path that you were on. And so once this has happened with this person, it's kind of like crumbled. Everything's crumbled and you've just closed off to it now. You don't want to get back on track. You don't have the inspiration. And it's saying surrender to this. Surrender to your spirit. Surrender to your soul's path, because you're going to be empowered and strengthened and be able to get out of this rut that you're in. You may need to get some counseling to help you get out of this, okay? That's just for some of you who feel like you just need that extra help. It does look like to me you do need divine intervention in some way to help you get out from this rut that you're in here. Because when we feel bitter, it's so hard for anyone to come in and try and empower us to dissolve that or heal that in some way. Because when you're bitter, you're not open to anything. Even if you know it's the truth, you will reject it, because that's just the shadow side coming through at that point. But you know what? Beneath all that is a very hurt, wounded soul. Could be a wounded child who needs to let out that hurt, because looks like you've put a protective guard up, and it's layers and layers of this protective guard. And especially with this person, like you are just so furious and angry with this person. It's like that deep rage that's, it's been, it looks to me like it has been expressed at some point. For some of you, it may not have been. It's still, bubbling under the surface. So you really do, you should really look at, for your own well-being, to perhaps unburden yourself through counseling, some kind of a spiritual path that you can go on. Maybe get a reading or some kind of healing, holistic healing, something that can just be external from you, just to help you get on this path. So yes, there's been betrayal, there's been lies. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. You're angry, I feel, because this person does not see you. They don't see the real you. They don't understand you. They're not taking the time out to really understand you. And so there's been a lot of feeling like this person does not get you. And also you're feeling that with them, that you don't get them. You just don't understand them. Like, you don't understand each other when it gets to this point. There just cannot be a resolution. You're both closed off to each other. And so this false self mask could also be one you're wearing as well in some ways. Being in denial is part of that anger, bitterness that we see, shutting everyone out, not opening our hearts to healing, that kind of thing. But I do see that this person has betrayed you in the past. Yeah, there's denial here. So you see how she's wearing a mask. Now, you're both wearing masks. This definitely shows that you've both been in denial about the connection and what you both need to do with your own self-healing as well. Could be that you've both betrayed each other as well. There could have been one and a tit for tat. You did this, so I'm going to do this. It could be that as well. You've blocked me, so I'll block you. You cheated on me, I'll cheat on you. It's kind of like this, it's like lashing out through hurt. But through this, there's going to be a spiritual awakening for you. You can learn these lessons and you can empower yourself and get out of this. Some of you are really starting to awaken to this now, of what you need to do to get onto your soul's path. And also you're looking at the lessons in this and the patterns that have arisen, not only in the connection, but also in your past relationships and perhaps childhood. But this connection, for some reason, has really brought this energy out in you. It's could be twin flame, could be, karmic, whatever it is. It's really strong. Okay. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Now, this is so interesting because we're talking about you hiding away, being bitter, being angry with this person, shutting down, shutting them out, being guarded, extra guarded. And it's saying that if you can accept this for what it is right now, transformation can occur. You first have to be able to say and see, say to yourself, this is how it is. You need to be able to see that you do have the power to change your own self and your healing. Some of you might be holding this other person, it's almost like holding yourself hostage because of this person and what they've done. And it's like saying, well, if you come back to me and it'll all be fine once you make things right for me. It's real anger coming through. And just being able to trust in the process, things can transition and transform for you once you first acknowledge that this is how it is. It may not, and you have the power to change this. It's not always up to the other person to do so. You do have the power to change this. It just takes that one thing of acknowledging something. And it may be that you just realize, I need help for this. I can't deal with this any longer. It's too heavy. And I need to reconnect with myself again. So, Kalima, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. We do see spiritual awakening, the soul's path, surrendering to spirit. There's definitely something that you're going to come out feeling so empowered with through this once you can accept this. It's amazing. So you are going to face your fears. If you can do this, you'll be able to face your fears. You're not living your life. You've put everything on hold because of this person. And it says indigo and crystal children could be affecting your own children. If you have children, they could be picking up on this energy. But on the other side, I do see this is about the inner child once again. So Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. You've got to get back into your sensitive spirit. You have lost that connection of channeling into and having a connection with your inner child, that sensitivity even within yourself. You've become like hard, really hard inside. So life review, Archangel Jeremiel, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. Now this is just confirming it, that this is what you need to do is do a life review. Really look down, not look down, look within at yourself, at your life. What do you really want to do in your life besides this person? What do you want to achieve? Has this person or this relationship come in and really stopped that in some way? Have they, nurtured that side of you, or has it diminished that light within you? It's not coming up. Resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. So it's like crunch time now. It's like you have to do this or you're going to end up sick. All right, let's have a look. So, oh my God, I forgot this card was here. Ask for help. See, this is just confirming it once again. You do need to reach out. So ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. You need this. You do need this. So, what I see with this is that it's wise for you, if you haven't decided already, and through being bitter, you kind of are holding on. But I feel that for you, it's important you do let go of this for now, at least. Let go and really give yourself that love and affection and nurturing energy that you deserve, and that you've also been punishing yourself. You haven't even been giving that to yourself, and you need to. You need to be able to brighten your light again and get in touch with yourself and fall in love with life again. For some reason, I'm getting very strong Scorpio energy for some of you here. Could be strong Scorpio in your placement in your chart. The other person might be, but it's just, that's interesting. That's coming through here as well. There is a song also that you listen to that you have a song with this person, or there's a special song that you listen to and think of this person with. Also, another thing you need to do is get off social media. If you're spying on them constantly, like an obsession, that's going to affect you as well, especially if you're seeing things you don't like, or that are harming your heart, in a way. So I just feel like being able to remove yourself from those things, being able to get help with a counselor or some kind of healing, holistic healing, to help you let go and move forward will be very beneficial, guys. And I wish you all the best. Love and blessings to you. Hi guys. Now, if you chose reading number 3, we have the cute little teddy bear right here. You wouldn't know it, but he's so heavy. I think it's pewter or something. But he's a heavy little one. Okay, let's have a look at what your core wound is. Okay, what's your core wound? Okay, so we've got rejection here. So some of you are feeling very rejected right now by this other person. Could be a very current thing that's going on here. And you're feeling this very deeply, like something has been said or done to really cause you to internalize and think you're not good enough. There's this almost like a feeling that you were giving something to this person at the time they rejected you. So, I mean, for some of you, it could have been a physical gift, or some conversation you were having where you were sharing your feelings. It could be that you wanted to commit further to this, or you've asked them what they feel, and there's been a rejection. So it definitely feels for some of you that you've moved forward towards this person and have been hurt or stung by what they have perhaps said to you, or their actions that they've given to you. It could be that they've withdrawn from you emotionally, making excuses up, whatever it might be. There's a feeling of being rejected here. Okay, we'll have a look at the corresponding card. So this is interesting. It's saying Jesus. Now, I'm not overly religious, guys, but I do love these cards from the Mother Mary cards here. And, you could look at this as any higher power. It doesn't have to be a label. But it says, I pray for Jesus's help and guidance with this situation. So some of you are probably praying over the situation. You're probably praying to the higher powers, your spirit guides. Could be Jesus, could be other, entities of light and love that you believe in. But there is a feeling of trying to have faith that this will come about and work out for you. So it's almost like, yes, you are in pain, you are feeling hurt, you've got a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion, like, why did that happen? Why did this person say this? Or how could they do that to me? I didn't see that coming. I'm hearing a lot of you say or think, it's like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. It seemed to be okay, and now this has happened. Like, what? What's going on? Some of you might have felt quite shocked by the action. Could have been a very sudden thing. And so you'll be praying that, that this person will come to reason. Like, they'll see reason in what they're doing and in their actions and come back to you. It's what it feels like for some of you here. Yeah. So what shadow side is it bringing out in you? Delusional. This is interesting. So what's going on is that in this time of this space of feeling rejected, you're starting to think of things that may not even be happening. This is bringing this out in you. It could be that you're thinking of 101 reasons why this person's done this, and it could just be one thing. It could be for some of you that this person has withdrawn from you because they've got so much going on in their life. They might even be oblivious, some of them, to how they've treated you and how they've harmed you in this way, how they've hurt you. So it could be that you just got to watch your mind and not take it personally. And I know that sounds weird because some of you will think, well, it was bloody personal. I need to take this personally. And it may be that, but you just need to be able to look at the one or two things this may be, not the 100 reasons why this might be. Because when we're rejected by somebody, we start to think of all the reasons why they don't like us. Why did they do that? Why would they not like me? Is it because of this? Did I say this wrong? It's all those things that you're going through. Okay, now what do you need to surrender? Well, you need to surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. So some of you might be so lost in your mind and so lost with no answers because this person's not giving you answers, it feels like, that you might be praying and reaching out blindly to your faith rather than trying to just ground yourself and look at something realistically and practically. And it's saying that, okay, this is the situation right now. You're very scared of things not being in your control, because when they're in your control, you feel safe and secure because you know what's going on. And the question marks that you have here and not getting answers from this person makes you feel very insecure. And so there is a fear of change because you can feel the change in the connection. And so sometimes when we're in an unknown territory, it's really scary, especially when it comes to another person and their feelings for us, or if something suddenly changed, it's like, what the hell's going on, and how can you adapt? But this is interesting, guys. A reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, if you're separated, which we can kind of see here with this rejection, it does look like this person will come back. Let's see what the other cards say here. And this is obviously something that you want, is reconciliation, it looks like here. So you are always in my heart, special message. This is the other person. They are thinking and feeling that you are always in their heart. So it's such a strange message. I know this because you're feeling rejected. And it could be, guys, that this person had fear. They might have felt scared of the connection, scared of getting too close to you and backed off. But deep down, you are always in their heart. So they do have feelings here. Reach out. This is something you might feel you want to do, is to reach out to them, or they may want to reach out to you. I do feel very strongly that some of you really want to reach out. You have already reached out and asked questions and not getting answers. It may get to a point where some of you will withdraw and become really silent, and others of you will start to think things that may not even be happening and question the person and become very suspicious things and paranoid almost. So just being aware of that. There's a feeling of wanting to reconcile, wanting to reach out, but it may not be the right time just yet. This person may just need some space, just to, I guess, work out what they're feeling. But you have angels by your side. So yes, you have been praying to the higher power to come in and surround you, and this connection with protection. They are by your side here. This is your special card here. This is interesting. Kind of bound together with a snake, which can be healing medicine, transformation, that kind of stuff. What's it say? So power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Guys, you have the power to, like, you might feel powerless in this because you feel rejected, but you have the power to say, no, this is not how I want this. I need to focus on myself, my life, my healing. And if this person comes back to me, then so be it. But I'm not going to hang around and dwell and cry my eyes out every night over this. You know, it's the power. You have power in you to not allow this to just consume your whole life. You have the power, you know, you can have the, what am I saying there? You can control your mind and where it goes as well with the thoughts that you're thinking. You can stop those thoughts. Every time you have a thought, say delete, cancel, delete, you know, just to kind of put a positive thought in your mind, or tell yourself that this is just a fear that is coming up for me. It may not be happening or be true. All right, so divine order, Lady Portia. So Lady Portia, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So you need to trust in your instincts. You're too much in your mind. So be able to do perhaps a meditation to kind of, like a calming, grounding meditation to get you back down to earth a bit. Do what you feel is right. So don't react out of fear or out of paranoia or out of insecurity. It's being able to ground your energy, come back to earth, come back to reality, and see things for how they are right now. It may not be as bad as you're imagining, and being able to just, you know, see things that are in divine order. This is happening for a reason right now. Oh my God. So I forgot this card was here. Divine order, divine order. There's something very, very significant about this message for you. They've both come up here. Everything is in its divine order. You are not in control of this right now, and you have to surrender to that. So divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion. So interesting, we saw the delusional card there. So look past the illusion and see underlying order. Understand that this has to happen for a higher or deeper reason than you understand right now. It could be that this person needs to back off for whatever reason, and then they can come back to you. But if you keep chasing them or putting this energy out there that's may actually make it worse, just trying to bring that energy back in. Archangel Michael, crystal clear intentions. It says, I can't see it in here. It says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So it's about being able to move from this mindset where there might be these delusions arising, and being able to really set an intention as to what it is you want, affirm it. It's that law of attraction, bringing it in what you want through love, through harmonious intention here, like for a harmonious outcome for both of you. It does look to me like you're not letting go of this, that you really do believe in this connection. You're just hurt and you want answers. That's what I see here. So it doesn't look to me like you're really letting it go. Yeah, there's a definite spiritual connection between the two of you. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. This is why for some of you, you'll know that this person you've had many lifetimes with, you just know their soul. It's hard to explain. For some of you will know what I'm talking about, that there's a very strong connection that you know, you just feel like you can't walk away from it as much as it's been painful to you. And some of you have been wanting to slam that door, you know, on them, but not necessarily really wanting to do that. I'm seeing what else comes through here, guys, because I think I've pretty much gone through the messages. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to want answers. It's okay to want that, because we all need to be respected in some way. We don't want to just be feeling like we're left out in the cold somewhere, and being treated a certain way. And this person could have really hurt you. It might be legit that, you know, this person has done something wrong to really hurt you. I don't want it to sound like I'm minimizing what they might have done, in terms of saying, well, they might be oblivious, because they obviously know it's upsetting you with how they've reacted. So I feel like this person may just not be mature enough right now to confront this situation. Some of them might be, you know, genuinely confused within themselves as to why they've reacted a certain way. Even within themselves, they might be feeling that confusion, like, oh, well, why did I do that? And I can't express it, why I did that. I don't know why I did that. I've got to go within and sort it out. And yeah, some of you just need to be able to understand that you have control over how you react to things. So some of you might feel a bit ashamed about how you've reacted in the past, you know, whether it be through silence or silent treatment or lashing out or just constantly harassing this person, you know. There could be different things coming up for each of you, different ways of reacting. But it's okay to want answers once again. And, you know, when you don't get answers, all you are left with is your mind and what your mind is telling you. So it's not your fault that you are going around in this circle. This person has brought this on. But I do feel like I don't get a really bad intention from this person. I don't feel like they're really out to harm you. I just don't get that feeling in this reading. I feel like they've just got some stuff to sort out, and it does feel like you're not letting go, and it looks like that there could be definitely a reconciliation between the two of you, because there is such a strong spiritual connection between the two of you. So just being able to look after yourself and your mindset, be able to just back off a little bit, just to get yourself in order, to realize that, okay, this is how it is right now, and I can't really change it. But if I can just accept it for what it is right now, things can come around again to, you know, come full circle around again, and we can start from square one maybe again. So I hope that's really helped you today, guys, and love and blessings. Hi guys, if you chose reading number 4, this is the beautiful butterfly. So let's have a look at what your core wound is. The core wound is healing. So for some of you, it may be very hard for you to heal from something right now. This might have been with you for a long time. You know, you might have tried many things to heal, but it just doesn't seem to work for whatever reason. This connection has perhaps really affected you in a very deep way. Has perhaps some of you, it may feel that you've been damaged in some way by this person or by this connection. I feel like some of you have given everything to this person. Some of you might even be healers yourself. And, you know, that could be anyone working in social work, could be spiritual work, whatever it is. A lot of you have the power to heal, and you can heal others through many ways, you know, many ways to do this, but for some reason, when it comes to yourself, it might be very difficult. I feel like some of you did not see this coming, like you just feel really like you've been, you know, kicked in the guts or stabbed in the heart. You know, it's that kind of feeling where you just didn't see this coming. Some of you might also feel that you put everything into this, and this is how this person has paid you back, kind of thing. And also, some of you might feel that you healed so much of yourself already over the years, and that this person's come in and just kind of unraveled all of that for you. That will resonate with some of you. Some of you are hiding away, being a hermit. Some of you might be introverts. You know, it's just about hiding away and licking your wounds in the corner, kind of thing. Not being open to this person perhaps right now. You just might feel too hurt to open up to them. But I do get the, what am I hearing there? I'm hearing the question, why? Why did this happen? Why did you do that? Why did you say that? Why did it have to end like this? Why did I not see that coming? Why did I allow myself to open my heart to hurt again? That kind of thing is being said here. What is the corresponding cards? So it's about having faith. I have faith in God to heal this situation. So some of you may be tapping into this power, this healing power, and you know, your spiritual faith might be coming through quite strongly now. So it might be that you're actually wanting to reach out to this now, that you haven't been able to really find ways in healing yourself through your own tools and, you know, what you know already, the knowledge that you have within you and the wisdom is already there. But you may just find a bit of a block, an obstacle to actually healing yourself. It might be too painful. And it might be something, as I said before, that you haven't been able to let go of. No matter what you do, it's just still there. So there is this faith in the higher realms, your spiritual faith, to come in and heal this situation. What's the other one? Yeah, having mercy, being kind to yourself, and thoughtful toward yourself and others. So it's about being able to, because I do feel like you have a very kind soul. You're very healing. You do want to look out for others all the time. And in this connection, you really did give your all. It feels like you were there for this person, and you feel like it's just been, for some of you, it might feel that this person spat on the connection, you know, that they just didn't appreciate what you were there for, what you gave. Some of you might kick yourself and think, you know, once again, goes back to that, opening your heart to this and trusting this person. But at the same time, there is this compassion deep within, which is really interesting, because some of you have been really hurt, but I don't get this, I don't feel like a real anger and rage coming up. Yes, there might be anger. Anger is healthy, but I don't feel like it's a furious rage where you want to really hurt this person. It's more of a, oh my God, what the hell happened? And I didn't see that coming. And why is this person reacting this way? And on a deeper level, you want to heal this person. You want to heal the situation. Maybe you came in as kind of like, even subconsciously, as wanting to rescue this person or save them from a situation or help them in some way. You're just a helper and a healer naturally. So it's very natural for you to come in, for you to want to come in and heal them in some way. Yeah, let's see what else is coming up here. So you had two shadow sides coming up. It brings this up in you as insecurity. So not having the answers, not knowing why this person did this is bringing up insecurity within you. Feeling that you weren't good enough, that what you did wasn't good enough. And I still get this shock. It's almost like a shock of, oh my God, you know, this person, why have they done this to me? What brought this on? Yeah, you're confused. So it's bringing up this confusion and insecurity because you thought it was strong. Some of you have thought this is a strong connection, that it was going fine. And then bang, this person's done something to you or withdrawn from you. It's left a lot of confusion, a lot of questions around the connection now. Yeah, feeling that you're not good enough for this person. What do you need to surrender? So you need to surrender to inner peace. It's that healing energy once again. So cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on, this is going out of focus, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. If you're able to tap into your special powers that you hold within your healing self, you've got this within you, these gifts. It's psychic gifts, it's healing gifts. You've got this. You have been on your spiritual path. You know what to do. You know what to do. Whether it be praying or setting an intention or doing a ritual, whatever it might be, with good intention, of course, there is this ability to bring in what you want and to heal yourself. You've done it with others. You know how to do it. You just need to now reverse that and put it onto yourself. Bring that healing into yourself, into your heart. Surrender to inner peace. Bring that in. I'm getting color therapy for some of you. I'm not sure if you'll resonate, but that's something coming through that could help. Look it up on Google or YouTube. There's color meditations or color breathing meditations that you can do to really help with your chakras, to balance them out, because it feels like there's a lot of imbalance going on here. You're out of sorts. You're really out of sorts. Some of you might feel a bit lightheaded and dizzy. You need to ground yourself. You need to ground your energy. And sometimes that can come in when there's a numbness or a shock. To a situation where you just feel shocked to the core. So it's like bringing that grounding energy in and surrendering to inner peace, not allowing this connection to overtake your whole self, you don't want to absorb all that energy in as well. You've got to be really gentle with yourself at this time. So it's mind, body, soul, mind, body, spirit. That's the kind of, it's mind, body, emotional layers as well. So it's it's the mental space, it's the physical space, it's the spiritual space, and the, what I'm saying, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. They're the ones you've got to look after, everything. You've got to take some time out for yourself to do something. I see action. You need to take action, not just dwell or sit in the pain too much. Like we can sit in our pain, but we don't want to identify ourselves through that either. Yes, you're feeling it. You know this already. For you guys, a lot of you guys already know this stuff, that I'm reading for. Like you already know how to tap into these gifts that you have within yourself. And if you don't feel like you know, well, then this might be a time for you to discover what is within you, because you do have the power to heal yourself and this situation. Not to say that you're going to be able to heal the other person or control them, because at the end of the day, they have to heal themselves. But I do feel like this energy coming out from you that you wish them love, you wish them light. This is something that you want to do, even though there's hurt and there is anger. You do love this person. There is this feeling of wanting to make peace. You are a peacemaker. You want to bring peace into this connection and find out what the hell's going on. So very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Now, this is the law of attraction again. You have the ability to set an intention in the space of, positive vibes. Obviously, you've got to be in the positivity, the energy of positivity, to bring in this into your life. So what you want, you need to clearly decide, do you want to let go of this, or do you want to fight for this? And I don't mean fight as in, it's so funny, like rushing into this and, saving the day kind of thing. But it's about clearly deciding if you want to hold on to this and not let it go, or whether you really just need to step back and just focus on yourself for now. The feeling I get in this is that you're not really letting go. I feel like you are very invested still with this person. I don't feel like you want to let it go. I think you just want answers. And you're trying to find out, within yourself, how do I heal? How do I make this horrible feelings go away, these insecurities and this confusion? How do I make it go away? just hanging around, hanging over you right now. But then we have the autumn release. It's letting go of the old to bring in the new. So some of you might feel, okay, I do need to release this person. I need to surrender to inner peace. I need to let go the chaos and the drama, internal conflict that I'm feeling. I need to look after my health. I need to look after my mind, my emotions. It's affecting my life. It could be that you're just thinking to yourself, I need to let go of this pain. I need to let go of this person for now. I'm not getting answers that I need right now. But deep down too, there is this strong faith, and you do want to approach this in a mature way. I feel like some of you want to really approach this person. It's like you're kind of just biding your time and waiting for the right time to come in, and some of you will sit back and wait and see what the other person does. Some of you are doing that. So let's have a look. So it says choose another path. There's a doorway closed here. So this person could have closed the door to this connection. Could have been a sudden shock, sudden thing going on here where you've had no choice but to go on another path for now. But it says your patience and faith is being rewarded. Now we do have the word faith up here. Your patience and faith is being rewarded. Now we see the color green, which is all about healing, and you're still holding the flame for this person. So you have this flame and this love for this person, even though you're undergoing this other stuff here, the shadow self, insecurity, confusion, things like that. It's almost like you're just, even through all the pain, it's like you have this inner wisdom coming through that says, okay, this is how it is right now. I've just had no choice but to go on another path for now, send this person love and light and all that, what they've got to do. But I still am going to hold on and wait here and see what happens. So it's patience and faith being rewarded. It's almost like you feel like some of you might deep down feel that this person will come back to you. It's just going to take some time. We've got the Lover's Oracle deck card here. Got love on this body. Her body, there's all these love hearts. So she's loving herself. She's got love around her. Water, so it's emotions once again. The moonlight, it's receptive energy. The full moon represents letting go, releasing. Surrender. So at times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. We just said this before. This is so bizarre. I love how these readings just come together because I forget everything that's been pulled out in the decks. So it says, I think we did say release the old to bring in the new. It's exactly what it says. Surrender the old before something new can enter. So it's like you do have to let go of an old way of dealing with things, or an old way of thinking. It's a mindset that you might be in. Letting go of the insecurities and the indecisiveness, because it does say you have to choose something here. Because a lot of you have kind of like feeling like you don't have a choice. You don't have, that strength or ability to be able to change anything. Like you just feel like it's just up to the other person. They've chosen, now there's nothing you can do. That it's really weird, guys, because on one hand I feel like you're this strong healer who's got this wisdom and knows what to do, but obviously you're human at the same time, so you are going to revert, you're going to let your shadow side come out as well with these feelings of insecurity and confusion and things like that. But you need to let it go for now in order for things to come full circle, for that chapter, for that lesson to come around. It's like letting go of old karma, being able to realize that it is what it is. You have to surrender to what it is right now. Let go and all will work out fine. So some of you will have that que sera, sera, whatever will be kind of attitude to this. Charity, prayer and contemplation. you guys are going to be really putting this and channeling this energy, and if you're not, you're being advised to channel the energy of your intentions, your good intentions of what you want in this connection. It may not necessarily be that you're so focused on this person coming back to you, but you might be focused on, you know, for your highest good and their highest good, what is the best thing for you both. You might pray that this person can see their wrongdoings, something like that. So it says here, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So it does feel to me that a lot of you are putting it out there to the universe, to your highest powers, your intentions. You really have a strong faith. And tapping into that is going to really help you in this, I feel. So you've got to know you are safe. Archangel Michael says, we say to Archangel Michael, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones and home. So this Archangel Michael has a message for you that you are safe, you are protected. You don't have to feel exposed or vulnerable in this, because some of you will feel like that shock and numbness and stuff that has come in, that you're just exposed now, and you just feel really raw, you know, with this energy, and that's going to happen as a part of the process. But remembering who you are and what gifts you hold within, and that you are special, you are magical and unique in your own way, and you can bring this about, that you can heal yourself. Yeah, what have we got here? Like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. And that's what you're going to do, I feel, or you're advised to do, is focus on the positives, focus on your good intentions, focus on what you want to bring into your life, or bring into this connection, whether it be peace or love or compassion or whatever it might be. Being able to realize that, okay, I need to let this go for now for whatever reason. I've got to trust that it will come back to me in its due time, in divine timing, and that everything's working out exactly as it's meant to. And just being able to accept some things for how they are now will really help you get through this. But it does look to me like it's, at this time, feeling like you do need to let it go, but it doesn't mean you have to let it go for good, because it does feel like you have this kind of knowing within yourself that all will be well, but you do have this pain currently that you need to be able to go through. And obviously we want answers when we're in that space, but if you don't dwell on that too much and you focus on these other things and your own healing, I feel like that'll be really good for you. And I see some of you really getting into that. Well, some of you are earth signs. Some of you are earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. This is just a special message for those of you who are. I really, just having a look at that. Yeah, I feel like some of you are going to want to get your hands in the soil, like gardening or being grounded in some way, like being around nature. You're going to really want to be around trees or just be in your garden. It's kind of like a comforting, soothing way of dealing, with what you're going through right now, is being able to connect with nature. I think that's important for you guys whilst you go through this process. So I hope that's helped you guys. And as usual, I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.